What's up, you guys, and welcome to Andy's Playground. But today it's an adventure with the Adventure Pilots. Alright guys, so today we're going to Galaxy's Edge for the first ever time either of us have ever seen it. We're both very, very excited. What are your thoughts?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to think of it. It looks amazing from the little bits you can see of it, but now to actually see it from the inside is going to be so cool.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked. I mean, being a Star Wars fan most of my life, this is going to be nuts. So hopefully you're going to get two good reactions. One person who's been a fan of Star Wars for a long time, one who's a new fan. So we're going to see what... Alright, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I am so stoked, honestly. This is going to be absolutely amazing.
How ready are you?
I am not ready. I am not ready. I'm not.
He's freaking out right now.
No, I'm legitimately like so excited, but I hope it's not a letdown. I just am really looking forward to it.
All right, are you ready to
Let's go.
in?
Let's go.
Let's go.
So first impression, we haven't really seen too much at all, but already this looks like a completely different park. If you turn around, I mean, you can see the tunnel. Transporting and stuff like that. Honestly, like, you get one more ride. This looks really good, just so far. It looks really, really good. So this line over here, I'm pretty sure that's going to be Rise of the Resistance. That's a new ride opening up in December. That's why there's no queue in it right now. And I think over there, that's where the village is, and that's where we're going to see the Millennium Falcon. So I'm going to take over camera. Let's keep walking. Oh my gosh, look at that. It almost looks like a Jedi Star Cruiser from the prequels.
Oh, it does.
I'd be curious to see what this place is like in the day, because I think they have more walk-around people. There's an X-Wing over here. It looks like, yeah. And there's smoke coming out of it, like as it's refueling right now. It looks real, like it really does. So as I thought over there, that area right over there is for Rise of the Resistance, which opens up in December. But now we're moving forward here. I love the lighting. I think the lighting's a really nice touch too. I feel like I'm in a different park. This feels kind of like Pandora.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has a complete Pandora feel because it literally, when you go inside, like once you enter into it, you can't even see like the park surrounding.
Yeah, no, it's very immersive.
Yeah, like legit.
This looks cool. So this looks like a real marketplace. So this is the marketplace area. So what's cool is all this like little language over here that's in Arabic. You can actually translate that through the Disney Play Parks app.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I legitimately kind of feel like I am in this, like, Star Wars, like, marketplace. Right, there's all these little sounds, all these little animatronics and things. so cool. I want one.
Can I have it?
Look at that. That's a pod racer engine. Does he look familiar? Yeah, it's from episode 6. Alright, Sierra. What do we get?
So we got a Ronto wrap.
Ronto wrap. This came highly recommended by a lot of our friends.
It looks like it has kind of like a hot dog with chicken, carrots, cheese, and sour cream. Or some sort of like sauce. But
Alright, you're our guinea pig.
okay.
She gets a thumbs up. Is it good?
It's so good.
It's so good.
I really like it.
Okay.
And the pita bread is so good on it.
The pita bread?
Yeah.
I think you mean the galactic pita bread?
Yes, the galactic. Excuse me. Please don't kick me out of this land.
It's this planet. It's not a land, it's a planet, Sierra. Gosh, get your terminology right. So while Sierra noms down on that, how is it, by the way? So I took a bite of it too. I think it's really good. It kind of just reminds me of a regular hot dog, but honestly the stuff they've done with it is just really, really tasty. That's the vibe I got. But there's one thing that just kind of impressed me about this place. Honestly, like, it's the immersion. Right now we're just watching these First Order Stormtroopers right over here. They're just patrolling. I'm gonna get some footage of it, but they're just patrolling. Sorry, it's kind of loud here with the roasters here. But one thing I just appreciate is it's just the simplicity of the immersion of this land. There's no show. There's no like meet and greets with the stormtroopers here. It's just leading to the immersion, and I just think it's a nice little added bonus. It's just a nice little touch, just to kind of put you into this world. And I'm really, really impressed with this. Everything I've seen so far has blown me away.
It's really cool. Like every detail they thought out and engineered perfectly.
I mean, it's brilliant. There's a lot of really good story here. The architecture around us is just so gorgeous and stuff like that. So we're switching over to my phone because the camera battery died, unfortunately, and my spare, unfortunately, wasn't charged. So we're flipping over to the phone. That's okay. We're gonna keep going. Sierra, look behind you. Looks like there's some First Order Stormtroopers right over here too. Oh, that's cute. They're posing with guests. There are 3 Stormtroopers here. 4.
We've been looking for you. Command has your new assignment. Report to base after your patrol. That's affirmative. Goodbye.
But I think the number one thing I most wanted to see, Sierra, is this. Look at that thing. Holy cow. This is beautiful. Holy cow. I mean, it's right here. This is absolutely amazing. I'm still not getting in people's pictures and I'm so sorry, but just go right on up to it. That's absolutely amazing. They have a landing craft up here too. That's so cool. Right up there.
Alright, I love you. I'll see you guys soon.
Alright, Sierra, let's go fly it.
Love you. Let's fly it.
Another group of flight candidates. Welcome, my friends. Welcome, welcome. What a fine-looking group of flying professionals. You remind me of me, but without the bounty on your heads. Recognize a few of you. You've flown for me before. I can't believe you made it back. It's good you made it back. Good for you. Oh, the Millennium Falcon. On loan for some very fast and very profitable expeditions. Chewbacca, my fine furry friend. Yes. As we agreed, you let us use the ship. We'll get you the supplies you need. It's a win-win. You help the resistance, and I get all the profits. What? The First Order will never know we were there. Okay, time to go, so, bye-bye. We better go before he changes his mind.
That's where Luke was when he was like, you know, trying to figure out when Vader was talking to him. He's on the bed. That's it.
How much you guys have to do depends on how bad they do.
Oh man.
Or good, yeah.
Okay.
Just keep firing.
Well, the pilots, as they hit things, you guys have to fix things.
Gunners, you play the part. Pilots, line up behind the train.
Yeah.
And engineers, you harpoon that precious cargo. Now get the move on, and know that I have complete faith in you. But I am coming along with you just in case.
For your safety, remain seated and supervise younglings. Por favor, permanezcan sentados y cuide a los niños. Gracias.
Pilots, line up behind the train so we can harpoon that last car. Gunners, lead the train. Yes, keep mashing those controls. The cargo's breaking free. Keep shooting. Good job, my friends. Yes. We got the coaxium.
That was really, really cool.
Like we were the engineers, and so we were in the back 2 seats. We were just like kind of pressing the buttons whenever damage was done. But we did really good. We got like 85%, I think.
No, we got 100. We did really, really good.
Oh.
No, yeah. Hello. Thank you so much. No, yeah, we got. We actually did really well. We didn't crash the ship.
Yeah, we did.
So the ship was in good condition. Everyone was really impressed. We got a really high rank on it. Ooh, watermelon filling station. Let's fill up on watermelon. So overall, though, I felt like it was just a lot of fun. It reminded me of Mission Space combined with Star Tours.
The Avatar a bit.
Yeah. But I think my favorite thing about it, number one, is it's not 3D.
Yeah.
So everything you're seeing is actual real. Oh, that's cool. Let's go over here and just talk about it. So, what were your thoughts? Let's start with you first.
So I really liked it. I liked how it involved everyone that was on the ride. So then, so you had the pilots up front, and then you had the gunners, and then the engineers who are engineers. And it was honestly really cool. Like, I loved how each of them had different roles, pressed different buttons, and was in charge of something and like different. And it was like really cool. So like I was trying to like press the buttons, but then also like see in front of me like where we were at, what was going on. But it was nice. It wasn't as extreme, not super motion sickness.
I got kind of jostled around a little bit, but what I liked most was that it was on either side. So like I was the engineer on the left side while Sierra was the engineer on the right side. And what was really fascinating about it is whenever the ship took damage on the left side, then I had to jump into action, but she didn't have to do anything.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was one thing I was catching. So I started filming about halfway through, just because I wanted to see what it was looking like. Because that was the one downside about it, being an engineer, is that you're constantly kind of paying attention to the buttons.
Yeah.
Because the second like you kind of get hit, you have to jump into action to make sure that the ship doesn't get too damaged. I think part of the reason why we did so well was because we were keeping tabs really quickly on those buttons. And I felt like that was one of the downsides, was that I didn't really get to see much at the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't get to see much either, really.
I feel like the pilots are the best position for the Millennium Falcon, just obviously.
But you have a lot of work on your plate.
But you have a lot of work on your plate. A lot is riding on you to be successful. I think the gunners are also very helpful too, because like you're just pressing buttons, but that's kind of lame in a sense, like because you're just pressing the buttons. From what I saw, I didn't really see that you could really like change direction too much, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to that. But I really love the engineer position, just because like you're just doing so much. But overall, I absolutely adore this ride. I think it's amazing. I think it's really well done. I think it's probably the best ride here in the park, in this park. How do you think it stacks up against, like, let's say like Flight of Passage? I know you can't really compare them, but like talking about like best ride at Disney World.
To be honest, I liked, this one was fun, but I liked Flight of Passage more because you can actually view the whole screen that you're looking at. The 3D glasses would have been like a bit, I guess, messy if you're sensitive to 3D. But in some cases I like Flight of Passage because like you feel like you're actually in there with like the air coming in.
Right.
And Millennium Falcon, you can feel it as well that you're there. But I think that it's like, again, you're looking more at the side, pressing the buttons, and you're trying to watch in front of you. So you didn't get much of that interactive experience of what's going on in front of you, but you are still a part of the process.
Right. I think honestly this is probably the best ride at Hollywood Studios right now. Right now, I've been on everything here at Hollywood Studios. Rock and Roller Coaster is a blast, but you can't really compare it. Honestly, when it comes to simulators, I think Flight of Passage still beats this.
Yeah.
Just because it literally launches you into the world. However, I will say this, I appreciate that this does not use 3D glasses. As someone here who has kind of problems with the eyes, it can be very distracting having a 3D glasses. We went on Mickey Filler Magic today and it was okay, but honestly, like I have a really hard time with 3D glasses, so this was a great experience because it's not 3D, and it doesn't need to be. Because it feels like you are in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, which is exactly what this experience promises. And so I think it gets a pass, honestly.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up at 2 after a little bit. We're gonna try to see if we can do any more stuff before the park closes, and then we'll call it a night.
Yeah.
Alright, so Sierra went ahead and tried the green milk a little bit. What did you think?
It tastes like a smoothie, almost.
Tastes like a smoothie? Alright. Well, now I'm excited to try the blue milk. Yeah, it tastes like a smoothie.
Yeah.
This one tastes like a berry smoothie. It's good. It just tastes like a smoothie. But it's like a really good smoothie. I like it. I think blue is better.
Attention all units. Prepare docking bay for the 709.
I'm gonna say blue milk is better. Alright, Sierra's gonna try it. Not bad.
Yeah. I like it.
You like blue milk or green milk?
That's a rough one.
What's that?
It's rough. I think I like blue milk slightly better, but I do like green milk though.
Yeah, I think my vote's blue milk, but honestly, yeah, both of them are decent. I typically don't like coconut stuff, but I really like blue milk a lot.
Yeah, I think mine's more coconut.
That's good. Good little mix. So overall, what do you think your impressions of Galaxy's Edge were?
It was very, it was well themed. They definitely got every little detail from the parks figured out. And I really loved the ride. The ride was so fun, and I'm excited for the new rides that they're going to add. The one new ride.
Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance that they're going to add. That'll be very interesting to see how it all comes together.
Yeah. Honestly, I think for me, overall, one of the common things I heard about Galaxy's Edge was that it's a failure because, you know, there's not like a 70-minute wait for Galaxy's Edge or for Millennium Falcon, or that they aren't doing boarding parties or something like that, or like how Flight of Passage is at like a 70-minute wait, but Millennium Falcon's only at a 30. And I think the truth is, it's not a failure. If I was to think about it, I think honestly Galaxy's Edge is a success. It is so immersive. Like, I felt like it's a completely incomparable thing to anything else in Disney parks. Once you're inside, it literally feels like you're on a different area or a different planet. And I think honestly that kind of speaks volumes to the work that Imagineers did in really creating such an immersive experience. So for me personally, I think it's probably my favorite land in the parks. Now, I wouldn't say Millennium Falcon's my favorite ride in the parks. I think Flight of Passage probably takes that title for me. But I've never seen a better use of immersion or just development and story. And honestly, we just scratched the surface. We were only in there for about 2 hours.
Yeah. So much we could have seen.
Yeah. Like, we didn't see really any of the character interactions too much. We saw Chewbacca and stormtroopers and stuff like that. But that was it. And even just seeing that, I think honestly, we weren't able to catch too much of it on camera. But while we were drinking the blue and green milk, there were just these stormtroopers that were out on this little ledge high above us. And the Star Wars fireworks were going off over at the Grand Chinese Theater. And I'm like, okay, now I'm just kind of curious with how they're going to interact with that. And they do. They do interact with the fireworks. They're like, what the heck? And that
is so cute.
It literally made my day because they're reacting to it. They're adjusting. They're acknowledging that there's some kind of explosion going off there, but it's being a part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's just something, oh, that's just the fireworks over at Grand Chinese Theater. No, it's just, oh, there's an explosion going off somewhere over there. And like they're reacting to it and they're acknowledging it. And it's so funny too. I mean, there's a lot of humor in it too.
Yeah, if I could describe how the stormtroopers react to that, I thought they were like pigeons that were just kind of like, oh, all right, back to duty. Oh wait, what was that?
Yeah.
But it was cute.
So overall, I'd rate like Galaxy's Edge honestly 10 out of 10. It's great. Mm-hmm. It's a must-see experience in my opinion, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. Yeah, actually that's a good point. So someone who hasn't really been as big of a Star Wars fan, what did you think of it? Like from the not Star Wars fans, perspective.
I feel like a lot of background probably was needed. I know I was asking Andrew. I was like, okay, what part? Like, where exactly are we, and like what part of the story are we in? Because since I only have seen the 4th, the 5th, the beginning of 6th, and 7th, so I haven't seen much of the new ones or really knew what was going on. But other than that, like, it definitely brings you into another world. When I was in there, I felt like I was on another planet actually, and it was a very unique experience. I definitely think like it's a lot more to take in for those who are Star Wars fans, because you'll know more of the background knowledge of it, but it's not impossible for those who aren't.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's another bravo point for the Imagineers, because they're able to create something that can be enjoyed from a variety of people, whether you are a huge fan of the Star Wars franchise or not. I will say, a lot of, again, being a Star Wars fan, a lot of people were like, oh, there's not much from the original trilogy there. I don't think that's true at all. I think, honestly, like, there's a ton of references that I saw that have reference or ties to the original trilogy of 4, 5, and 6. And then there were things that I saw that had ties to the prequels. We pointed that out over at, I can't remember the name of the place, but it was the Ronto Roasters or something like that, where she got the Ronto wrap. There's a pod racer engine there. And that pod racers are from episode 1. So there you have prequels, and you have all these other different kind of things that you could see all throughout the land. Anyway, we're tired. It was a blast. I'm going back tomorrow, probably. Just going to go try to see what it's like in the daytime, too. But overall, Galaxy's Edge is amazing. Go see it.
I agree. Ditto.
Okay. Well, until next time, we'll see you real soon.
See you later.